On this Sugar Showdown, 3 awesome cupcake creators bake down to blow our judges away.
I was ready to hate this thing.
That is so cleverly thought out.
Only one will win the Sugar Showdown title
Keep pushing. Let's get this rocking.
and go home $10,000 richer.
I'm excited to eat these.
Let's meet our bakers. Zach Davis from Huntington, West Virginia is a self-described good old boy who works at Fanny's Sweet Confections.
I definitely want to bring my small town skills to this competition. I may not be as professionally trained, but I can hold my own.
Mona Wilson from Merchantville, New Jersey comes by baking honestly. Her mom makes a new dessert every single day. Now she runs It's a Cupcake, specializing in savory cupcake creations.
Our flavors are great. People rave about them. They're excited when they come in the store. So I know we have what it takes to win this $10,000.
Jax Button left a career path as a dolphin trainer to open Hungry Heart Cupcakes in Portland, Oregon.
Our shop's new, so we need a lot of things. We need a refrigerator and a delivery truck. So it'd be really nice to win that 10 grand and be able to take it home and make the shop better.
Welcome to the Showdown. For your first challenge, I want you to make cupcakes using this mystery ingredient, grapefruit.
I personally do not like grapefruit. It's so juicy, it can ruin the consistency of things. It's very unpredictable.
When the cupcake crumbles, it'll be over for one of you, but the beginning for the remaining 2, who will then compete to win $10,000. We judge your cupcakes on how they look, how they taste, and originality. This is where it all goes down, people. You now have 45 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now.
I'm trying to figure out what flavor will work well with grapefruit. I need some rosemary. Run, 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 run. And the thing that comes to my mind is rosemary. So I'm making a grapefruit rosemary cupcake with grapefruit curd and a citrus buttercream. I think that'll go great.
Walnut and grapefruit are actually really good together. Just a little bit more just in case. And so we're gonna do our walnut cake with a really awesome grapefruit compote and our delicious goat cheese buttercream. I think it's gonna kill it.
I'm excited to eat these. I am making a cherry grapefruit cupcake with a ginger marmalade filling, a cherry liqueur buttercream, topped with a white chocolate grapefruit. Gotta get the pits out. I'm choosing to put cherries into the batter because it needs that binding element to connect with my grapefruit.
Gotta get these in the oven. So those walnuts have to be done pretty soon here. I need them out of there and chopped. We're gonna use the walnuts in the cake. They need to be ready to go so that we can get them mixed in and get those cupcakes scooped.
This batter is looking good. Finally, I got 24 cupcakes. I'm putting them in the oven. We gotta hurry up.
Oh, you can smell the freshness, Tina. My batter smells amazing. It makes me want to just do a backflip, but I physically can't, so I won't. This is gonna be delicious.
So I'm trying to get the batter scooped into these liners, and the batter's really runny, and I'm trying to kind of catch it with my hands without getting too much batter everywhere, and it's getting pretty messy.
Put the zest in the buttercream. So we're making our citrus buttercream. So we're gonna add the grapefruit juice, and we're gonna add the zest of the grapefruit. The grapefruit is the star. We have to make it the main flavor when they taste the cupcake.
Grapefruit's not my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of like, meh. So we're making our grapefruit compote. It's got cinnamon sticks, star anise. These spices are gonna really bring down the tartness of the grapefruit.
Let's meet our judges. Cookbook author and baker, Harry Eastwood. Celebrated pastry chef and cookbook author, Johnny Uzzini. Cookbook author and host, Lorraine Pascal.
The problem with grapefruit is that it's very sour.
But in the realm of citrus, when you think about grapefruit, it tends to be more floral. So they have to be very careful because it is a delicate flavor and it's easily masked by other flavors.
It's going to be a real challenge for them to get it right. Too much is not good, and too little can go very wrong.
All right, this curd is boiling. We're making a grapefruit curd, so we're gonna use grapefruit juice and temper our eggs with it. Whisk, 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 whisk. The curd has to set in time because we need for this grapefruit curd to be thick so we can put it inside the cupcake.
Curd is in the glass.
So I'm taking this torch to the mixing bowl because this butter is not room temp. It's still pretty firm, and I need it to be soft now so that I can get this frosting done. We're making our goat cheese buttercream frosting, and I think I'm gonna throw a little grapefruit zest in there to kind of bring down the sweetness. A tiny bit, okay, a tiny bit. Just a pinch, a pinch.
The buttercream is very important. It ties our cupcake together. We are adding some cherry liqueur to it. Sweeten it up a little bit more, but not too sweet. They don't be as sweet as me now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now I need to melt the sugar so we can have sugar decorations for the cupcake. Come on, come on, come on. But for some reason, it's taking forever. I'm thinking, man, are we gonna get all this stuff done in time?
How's that icing? The buttercream, it's a disaster. It's too sweet. It's too sweet, it's too runny, it's too everything wrong.
Salt, give me salt.
That should cut down some of the sweetness, hopefully. My family's behind me, I don't want to let them down. We have to fix it now. We're not going home, we're not going home.
Left, cupcakers.
All right, we got 5 minutes left.
And one of you is going home.
Oh my God, this clock is killing us.
We are adding some cinnamon for a little spice to our buttercream. It's better, the sweetness is definitely cut down.
Come on, we gotta hurry up, make it work, make it work. So I'm just gonna dump this sugar out. We're gonna let it harden, and then we'll break it into tiny pieces, and we'll just stick it in the cupcake for the decoration. It's clear, it's got the amber color. It's gonna give a little sophistication to the cupcake. I just don't want this sugar thing to break, and then it pops up in my eye. That's the last thing we'll need today.
What do you need from me now?
Cupcakes. I've gotta get these cupcakes out of the oven. They're still totally warm, but I'm just throwing compote in as fast as I can. It's getting everywhere, and then I'm just gonna go behind Sina and get these frosted so she can garnish them.
I'm making a ginger marmalade filling for my cupcake because it needs a little bit of a kick to it. That bite of that ginger pairs awesome with fresh fruits. There's nothing like it.
1 minute left, and one of you is going home.
Make or break now.
Oh man, the clock is ticking. We gotta hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. We gotta get these cupcakes done. Nicole is putting the curd in, and I grab the buttercream and start frosting. Don't fill it up all the way to the top, because it's coming out.
I am topping my cupcakes with a white chocolate dipped grapefruit. It's going to give you that fresh pop in your mouth. That juice is going to flow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Round 1 is done. Whew. Your challenge was to make some magically delectable cupcakes using the mystery ingredient, grapefruit. Zach, tell us what your cupcake is all about.
What I made for you today is a grapefruit cherry cupcake with a ginger marmalade filling, topped with a cherry liqueur frosting, and then a white chocolate covered grapefruit.
Zach, I think that the cupcake is delicious. The ginger works really, really well. Overall, good job.
Thank you.
The frosting on top is good flavor, but it's too sweet. And then you've got the white chocolate, which is also very sweet. So more thought needs to go into balancing the flavors. It's supposed to be a grapefruit cupcake, but instead I've just got sugar overload.
Jax, give us the facts of your cupcake.
So what we did for you today is a really nice walnut cake. It's filled with a grapefruit compote, topped with a goat cheese buttercream frosting, and our sugared grapefruit.
I'm baffled, actually, by this cupcake in a good way. I think the combinations that you've put together are sensational. There's a sourness to the goat that works well with the bitterness of the grapefruit, and I think the walnut is a noble ingredient that belongs in this cupcake, so great cupcake.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you added so much sugar to your goat cheese frosting that it became too sweet and it lost those beautiful nuances that goat cheese has.
Mona.
What we have for you today is a grapefruit rosemary cupcake stuffed with a grapefruit curd, and it's topped with a citrus buttercream and candy.
What's wonderful about your cupcake is that grapefruit flavor. It's not overpowering. The curd inside is really well balanced. Very difficult to get that balance of the grapefruit right in a curd. Very nice.
Thank you.
But the topping, for me, has no flavor at all. It's just whipped butter. So I'm a little disappointed by the topping.
Good job. It's time for the judges to decide who's going home, so you can head back to your stations.
They were on the fence, yeah. They're like, I don't know, man.
The icing cake is dead in the water.
All of us had something that went wrong.
So far down.
Zach, you gave us too many flavors when you should have made grapefruit the star. I'm sorry, you're out of the showdown.
We're leaving with our head held high. We did our best, and we're very proud of what we were able to do.
Well done, bakers. The theme for the last challenge is rock and roll. I want you to make 2 different cupcakes that are music to our taste buds. And you know what I love? Another challenge. Your cupcakes must be mini-sized. Only one of you is gonna walk away with $10,000. You only have 60 minutes on the clock, so bake loud, bake fast, bake now.
Rock and roll's right up our alley. I'm thinking that we should do some really awesome rockers. So we're making an Elvis Lives cupcake. It's gonna be a banana cupcake with peanut butter frosting, crispy bacon, and then we're gonna make it a little bit more rock and roll by doing a dark chocolate music note.
You're working on the chocolate batter, right?
I am working on the chocolate batter. Johnny Cash is one of my all-time favorites. So we're gonna make a Johnny Cash cupcake. It's gonna be a dark chocolate and cacao nib cupcake with a whiskey buttercream and a really cool fondant record on top.
All right, so you're gonna start the stout. So the theme is rock and roll. I think of records, I think of music, I think of booze. We have to have some booze in our cupcakes. I think a good chocolate stout definitely embodies rock and roll. We're gonna make a chocolate stout cupcake with a hot, spicy peanut butter filling, and then we'll do a peanut butter buttercream on top. So I think it would go really good with the partying of the rock and roll theme.
How's your batter coming along?
It's coming along. You're partying at night, so in the morning time, you want to keep it going. All right, so I'm adding the cinnamon so we can have a French toast. So I'm making a French toast cupcake with peach filling and coffee liqueur buttercream. This will be the stuffing for our little mini French toast cupcake. So we're going to use peaches, brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, and a little nutmeg to give it that nice warm flavor.
For the Elvis Lives cupcake, we're gonna cook down the banana with a little bit of brown sugar, just enough that the banana's gonna caramelize a little and give you that ripe banana flavor. So you just have to add banana and melted butter to this, and that batter's done. Okay. For our Johnny Cash cupcake, it's a buttermilk cake with dark chocolate and cacao nib. It's really moist and tasty.
All right, so we got some rock and roll, nice and spicy. I'm going to toast my peanuts, add cayenne pepper to it, crush them up a little bit, and add regular peanut butter to it, and that'll be a great spicy filling for the chocolate stout cupcake.
The cupcakes are going in.
All right, cool.
Where's the whiskey? Can I get a cup of ice, Cena? For the I totally add my whiskey to my chocolate for our Johnny Cash cupcake, and it seizes. I probably shouldn't have added my whiskey straight to my chocolate. I completely forget all rules of chocolate. You never add liquor to chocolate. I have to remelt my chocolate because I added the whiskey to it because I'm silly like that. I gotta just trash that bowl and start another batch of chocolate to melt. But I gotta get this chocolate melted now.
The energy in these 2 kitchens is off the hook. It's a race to the $10,000.
So I get my new ganache melted, and now I'm ready to add it to the frosting. I'm pouring it in, and the frosting looks awesome. I'm just gonna add my whiskey, and we're gonna get this loaded up in a pastry bag.
Okay, buttercream is looking good. I almost forgot the booze, Nicole. That's the whole point of rock and roll, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm making our coffee liqueur buttercream. We'll top it on our French toast peach cupcake. I think I'm gonna add a little more. So I'm gonna keep adding more coffee liqueur until I really get the flavor that I'm looking for. If you can't taste the liqueur, then why put it in?
We have a lot of things to do still. I'm hustling. So I'm making the peanut butter frosting for the Elvis Lives cupcake, but I want to make sure that we don't get it too sweet, and I want to make sure the judges can really taste that peanut butter. Pretty good, right? Not too sweet? I think it's just peanut buttery, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jax might be playing a little bit safe, you know. Everybody knows Elvis loves chocolate, peanut butter, banana. Like, that's his thing.
Mona's approach is the more mysterious because I can't see any rock and roll theme.
Neither of those flavors are convincing me at all.
I know.
So she's gonna have to really bring it out with the decoration.
They fat ones. Well, we gotta finish our decorations. We can use records to go along with the rock and roll theme. So we start cutting out holes with fondant, and then we're gonna paint them black and put a white center on it so it'll look like an actual record.
My assistant has already quick-tempered some chocolate, and now she's piping out some little musical notes so that we can get them in the freezer and get them set up to put on top of our Elvis Lives cupcake. This peanut butter frosting looks awesome.
Don't overstuff. They're spicy, so it just needs just a little bit. The challenge with the mini cupcake, it is a smaller surface, so you really have to make sure that you have the proper balance if you're adding a filling and a buttercream. Just keep pushing, keep pushing. We gotta beat this clock.
Sina's gonna start working on the fondant records. She's cutting some larger circles, and she decides to do a little gold fleck because how many times did Johnny Cash go gold? I love it.
1 minute and one of you wins $10,000.
Put your records on, put your records on. I'm freaking out. We're down to the wire, the clock is ticking. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're almost there, we're almost there.
These look awesome, by the way. So, so good. I think Johnny Cash would be proud.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Competition is done. And one of you is about to win $10,000.
It was tough competition. It was tough, it was tough.
Mona, Jax, I asked you to make cupcakes using the rock and roll theme. These cupcakes must be mini-sized. Mona, give us the lowdown on your cupcakes.
What we have for you today is a chocolate stout cupcake with a spicy peanut butter filling and a peanut butter buttercream. We also have a French toast cupcake, and that is stuffed with peach filling, and it's topped with a coffee liqueured buttercream and a record just for the rock and roll theme.
Mona, your French toast cupcake. You know, when you told me coffee and peach and cinnamon, I was ready to hate this thing. And somehow you found a way to layer these flavors on top of each other, and they work really well together, and it's really interesting.
Thank you.
I'm not seeing rock and roll at all. The sparkles are definitely more of a disco vibe. And I understand what you're trying to do with the record. It almost looks like a hat. So I just think the theme of your cupcakes is not quite there.
Jax, what have you done to impress our judges?
The first cupcake is a Johnny Cash cupcake. We did a dark chocolate cacao nib cupcake with a chocolate whiskey buttercream, and then it's got a gold record on top. The second cupcake is our Elvis Lives cupcake. It's a bestseller at the shop. It's a moist banana cupcake with peanut butter frosting, and there's a crispy piece of bacon that's supposed to kind of act like a score behind the music note.
That is the best banana cupcake. What you've managed to do here is create a very intense banana flavor, yet the sponge is light. There's also a lovely, crispy, slightly caramelized finish around the edge. That is phenomenal.
Thanks.
Your Johnny Cash cupcake, I love the crunch, I love the bitterness. Cocoa nibs are one of my favorite ingredients to work with. My only criticism would be, I wish there was more cocoa nibs inside of your cake.
Okay.
Okay, it's time for our judges to decide whose cupcakes will top the charts to win $10,000 and become this Sugar Showdown champion. Well, that was exciting. Who nailed the creativity, who nailed the originality, and whose was the best taste?
This is a hateful part of the process because actually they're both amazing. The thing that I loved about Mona's cupcakes is that she put a lot of thought into the layering of the flavors.
Pairing coffee with peaches is going against the grains. That's something you don't normally think about.
The stout cupcake, I really admired her pluck in using the chili and the stout. I mean, that already is very original.
Yes, the sponge was delicious. The frosting was light. But I just don't think sprinkles and sparkles and pretty things like that really say, let's get down and rock and roll. Just missed the mark completely.
Jax, Johnny Cash was inspired, beautiful sponge. Then you've got that sensational, light as air buttercream, which has the booze in it. For me, like, she just nailed it.
Jax's Elvis cupcake. The flavors are great, the intensities are great, the balance is great.
It's up there with some of the best cupcakes I have ever had.
Unfortunately, I did not get the banana because the taste of the bacon totally blew it out of the water and you couldn't taste it.
All right, have you guys decided who is the winner?
Yes.
Yes.
Mona, your coffee and peach combo was bold and inspired. Jax, we totally get why your Elvis cupcake is a bestseller. The winner of this Sugar Showdown is Jacks.
$10,000. I am elated. I felt really good about our cupcakes, but I just never imagined actually winning, so this is amazing.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.